Welcome back to Solution Education. In this video contain NISM-VA Mutual Fund Distributors Certification Exam Mock Test chapter wise. In this video I am providing chapter 1 Investment Landscape 40 MCQs. These MCQs helpful to your exam preparation. An investor is planning for his retirement 25 years from now and wants to ensure his savings outpace inflation. Which asset class should he prioritize? Options are, and the correct answer is option C, equities with long-term growth potential. Equities have historically provided inflation-beating returns over the long term, unlike fixed deposits and bonds, which may not always keep pace with inflation. A new investor believes that since a stock has performed well in the past 5 years, it will continue to rise indefinitely. Which behavioral bias is influencing his decision? Correct answer is option C, recency bias. Recency bias causes investors to give undue weight to recent events and assume past trends. Which of the following statements about asset allocation is correct? And the correct answer is C. Tactical asset allocation seeks to take advantage of temporary market inefficiencies. Which of the following situations demonstrates credit risk? Options are, and the correct answer is option B. A company fails to pay interest on its issued bond. An investor buys a long-term bond today, expecting interest rates to fall in the future. What is the rationale behind this decision? Options are, and the correct answer is D. The bond's price will increase as rates fall. Why is a self-occupied residential property usually not considered an investment? Options are, and the correct answer is A. It does not generate rental income. A financial advisor recommends that a client include international stocks in their portfolio. What is the primary reason for this suggestion? Options are, and the correct answer is C. To reduce country-specific market risk through diversification. How does inflation affect an investor planning for a financial goal 15 years away? Options are, and the correct answer is A. The requirement amount will increase due to rising prices. Which investment avenue allows investors to directly participate in ownership of a business? Options are, and the correct answer is C. Equity shares. Equity shareholders are a part of owners of a company and share in its profits and risks. If an investor prefers low risk but requires liquidity, which option is most suitable? Options are, and the correct answer is D. Liquid mutual funds. A retiree wants a stable income with minimal risk. Which of the following investment options is least suitable? Options are, and the correct answer is C. Equity mutual funds are volatile and may not provide stable returns suitable for retirees. An investor does not sell a declining stock because they don't want to realize a loss. This is an example of options are, and correct answer is D. Loss aversion. Which of the following factors is most crucial when evaluating the safety of an investment? Options are correct answer is C. Credit worthiness of the issuer. Why is rebalancing important in portfolio management? Options are, and the correct answer is A. It maintains the intent risk return profile of the portfolio. A financial planner divides a client's portfolio into short term, medium term, and long term goals. Which investment principle is being followed? Options are, and the correct answer is See, risk profiling. Risk profiling helps in choosing investment that align with an investor risk tolerance and time horizon. Which of the following scenarios demonstrates liquidity risk? Options are, and the correct answer is B. An investor is unable to sell a property quickly at a fair price. Which type of risk affects all investments in an economy due to macroeconomic changes? Options are, and the correct answer is option C. Market risk arises from broad economic factors affecting all investments. Which of the following is an example of behavioral bias affecting investment decisions? Options are, and the correct answer is option B. Selling stocks after a market crash due to fear. Which investment option provides periodic interest payments but that does not offer ownership in a company? And the correct answer is A. Bonds. Bonds provide interest payments but do not grant ownership like stocks. A mutual fund distributor must evaluate an investor's risk taking capacity before recommending a scheme. This process is known as options, sir, and the correct answer is option B. Risk profiling helps assess an investor's ability, willingness, and need to take risk before recommending investments. A 30-year-old investor wants to retire at 60 and requires 5 crore at retirement. What is the most important factor to consider when calculating the required monthly investment? Options are, and the correct answer is option A. Expected rate of inflation over 30 years. Inflation directly impacts the future value of money, and failing to account for it can result in a severe shortfall in retirement savings. An investor decides to invest only in real estate because it is a tangible asset. Which behavioral bias is being exhibited? Options are, and correct answer is B. Familiarity bias. Investors to prefer well-known investments. A company is issuing bonds that offer higher returns than government bonds. What should an investor analyze before investing? Options are, and the correct answer is option D. Credit rating of the company. What is the major disadvantage of investing in physical gold? Options are, and the correct answer is option B. Gold does not provide periodic returns. Unlike bonds or equities that generate interest or dividends, physical gold does not provide periodic income. A mutual fund distributor is advising a client who is highly risk averse which type of investment should the distributor recommend. Options are, and the correct answer is D. Government backed debt instruments provide safety of capital which is suitable for risk averse investors. Which investment carries both market risk and credit risk? And the options are, correct answer is option C. Corporate bonds are subject to credit risk, default by issuer, and market risk, change in interest rates. If an investor needs funds in 6 months, which of the following is the most suitable investment options? Options are, and the correct answer is D. Liquid mutual funds provide high liquidity and stability for short-term investments. Which of the following is an example of liquidity risk? Options are, and the correct answer is option C. A property not being sold despite being listed for months. Which of the following is the least effective way to hedge against inflation? Options are, correct answer is option D. Keeping money in a saving account provides very low interest, often falling to keep up with inflation. An investor is unwilling to invest in stocks due to fear of losing money. Which behavioral bias is influencing the decision? And the correct answer is C. Loss aversion. A person investing only in stocks of companies where they have worked is an example of which behavioral bias? Options are A. Hard mentality, B. Recency bias, C. Overconfidence bias, D. Familiarity bias. And the correct answer is D. Familiarity bias leads to investor preferring investments they know, even if it reduces diversification. A retiree wants a fixed monthly income with minimal risk. Which investment is most suitable? Options are C. Monthly income plan from post office. When should an investor rebalance their portfolio? Options are, and the correct answer is B. When the asset allocation significantly deviates from the target. If an investor fears missing out on stock market gains and invests heavily during a bull run, which bias is influencing them? Options are, and the correct answer is C. Hard mentality causes investors to follow the crowd, often entering at market peaks. Which of the following represents market risk? Options are, and answer is B. A stock falling due to negative economic news. Which of these is not a component of an investor's risk profile? Options are, and the correct answer is D. Investor's total tax liability is a financial factor but not directly related to. What is the key feature of strategic asset allocation? And the correct answer is C. It is aligned with long-term financial goals. An investor chooses to invest entirely in large cap stocks rather than diversifying. What risk is increased? Options are D. Concentration risk. If a company issues a zero coupon bond, how does an investor earn returns? Options are, and correct answer is B, through capital appreciation at maturity. An investor sells a stock after a 5% decline, assuming it will fall further without considering fundamentals. Which bias is affecting the decision? And correct answer is C, recency bias.